Well, hello there, Peach here, and I'm doing my install of my Freestyle Libre. This is like the third or fourth one I've used to track my blood sugar for biohacking reasons. So there's stuff that comes in this box, and there's steps to follow. And the first step is to take this and lift the lid off to expose the bottom part of the applicator, and then take the applicator and unscrew it, and then take that part, line it up into this part, and just turn it around, to stick the point where it fits, and then push it in. Pull it out. There's a needle in there. Now that's going to go in my arm. Can you see it? And then the spring applicator injects it into my arm. It stays in there for 2 weeks and measures my blood sugar, so I don't have to do finger prick. The reason I'm making this video, a lot of people have made videos like this, and they always say, put it in the fatty part of the back of your arm. Well, there's no fatty part back there. And so, since the skin is so thin, and I don't want to put it directly in the tricep muscle, I'm going to put it where the muscle isn't going to be moving. So I'm going to lengthen the muscle down right about there. I'd rather put it there. So I'm going to sterilize that part. Because if I go up here, since there's no fatty part, it's just going to go right into the muscle. It is a flexible needle, but it's uncomfortable. And so I'm going to try to go down below the muscle, down here, when the muscle is lengthened, which is going to be right about there. And now I'm just going to push, say ow, and then I pull it off. And now this thing has a sticker on the back that holds it to my skin. And as you can see, as my muscle lengthens, now the needle isn't going to be in the muscle belly. It's going to stay down there. And it is bleeding out a little bit, so that'll stop. But I'm just going to dab that up a little bit. I know this is super gross, and a lot of people are freaking out because of needles and all that stuff. But it's really not that big a deal, and it doesn't hurt that much. And this is going to stay on for 2 weeks. And then I'm going to use the app on my phone to read it instead of taking a finger prick. And it's going to give me a graph of, the whole day, because it's taking readings all the time, which is fantastic. And here's another hack. I'm going to put tape over this because sometimes it gets caught on my shirt or something and it pulls on it. And people have even torn it off by accident, because even though there's a lot of adhesive to hold it on, it can be torn off. And then once it comes out, then you have to put a new one in, and these aren't cheap. So what I do is I take a little bit of tissue and then I rip it down to the right size to cover it. And the only reason I'm doing this is so the tape I'm using doesn't stick to the thing. So when I take the tape off, it's not pulling on the CGM. So I'm going to put that there, rip that there, and then I'm going to put the tissue over the CGM. And now, stuff won't rip it off by accident. And there's my CGM. Some better tape to use, I just don't have any handy, is the rock tape. It's the fascia tape that you use because it's flexible. And so I would recommend that over this, but you would still want to do the piece of tissue over the CGM so that tape doesn't stick to it as well. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? And there's your hack for lean people, active people that want to use the CGMs. Yeah, buddy.
And that's all I have to say about that.